Hi everyone. So, from the perspectives in education, we are going to discuss third video. So, I have taken the same topic, first topic, education, and its meaning. From that only, few more 15 questions prepared. So, let us go to the first question now. First question: what was the main objective of Buddhist education during the Buddhist period? So, what was the main objective? So, which period? Buddhist period. Keep in mind here. A. To promote the supremacy of Hinduism. B. To reform the deficiency of the Hindu educational system. C. To establish Buddhist dominance. D. To abolish educational altogether. So, what is the answer here? So, we shall see the answer to reform the deficiencies. To reform the deficiencies means the errors. Whatever the mistakes or the errors of Hindu system, Hindu educational system is there, so that all the mistakes the Buddhist people wanted to rectify. So that was the main motto of the Buddhism at the time. So what is the correct answer? To reform the deficiencies of the Hindu educational system. Next question. Which Indian philosophical doctrine influenced Buddhist education during this period? So, which Indian philosophical doctrine, right, influenced which people? Again, Buddhist education only. A. Vedanta. B. Samakhya. C. Mimamsa. D. Moksha Sadhana. It's a simple answer. What is the correct answer here? D. Moksha Sadhana is the correct answer here. Moksha sadhana is the correct answer. Next question. What is the name of the basic education program in the Vedic education system that begins at the age of 8 years? Again, so we have one more question related to the, sorry, not the Vedic here, Buddhist. So keep in mind here, not the Vedic, Buddhist education system. What is the name of the basic education program in the Buddhist education system that begins at the age of 8 years? So, A. Pabbaja. What is the answer here? Pabbaja. Pabbaja is the correct answer because in a previous video, second and first video, we have discussed about the Hinduism. Hinduism, what is that? Upanayana. Upanayana is the basic tradition to start the education. For the Muslims, what is the basic tradition? Means Bismillah is a basic program. Means it's a basic education program to start the education. Even Buddhists also will follow. Which system? Pabbaja. So this is their tradition to start. Which year they start education here? That is also keep in mind here. At the age of 8, at the age of 8, these Buddhist people start the education initiation they take. Next question. How long does one typically have to stay as a monk in the Vedic education system to become a teacher? Yes. So again, about the teacher only and that related to also Buddhism actually. Here also Vedic he has given, not the Vedic, and Buddhist education system. So in the Buddhist education system, if you want to become a teacher, if you want to become a teacher, so how many years you have to stay as a monk? How many years we have to stay as a monk? That keep in mind. So here not the education to be completed. Here we have to be as a monk for 10 years. So nowadays we are seeing that we all are completing graduation and next B.Ed and then TET exam, then DSC exam. These all, if you finish successfully, then we will get the teacher job. But in a Buddhist system, what they have to do, they have to be as a monk for 10 years of time. And in this 10 years of time, they have to learn all the things to become a teacher. Next question. During which centuries did Hindu and Mohammedan educational institutions flourish side by side? In which centuries did Hindu and Mohammedan means the Muslims, Islamic educational institutions flourish side by side. A. 12th and 13th centuries. B. 15th and 16th centuries. C. 17th and 18th centuries. D. 19th and 20th centuries. So correct answer is 17th and 18th centuries. In this what Hindus and Mohammedans means Islamic educational systems side by side means these Hindus people they established their schools and Islamic people they established their schools. And how were their schools? Mainly their schools were few times schools were established. Sometimes for the Muslims a mosque means masjid, for the Hindus temples. Right? These places will become as a schools institutions. And let's have one more clarification here. 17th century. What is 17th century actually? From which period to which period means 1601 to 1699. So this period is called as the 17th century. And the 18th century means 1701 to 1799. So these 200 years, Muhammadan and Hindus educational institutions were side by side. Let us go to the next question. In which year did the East India Company assume responsibility for education? Assume. What is the meaning of assume? Taking the responsibility. Taking the responsibility means they took the responsibility. Are taking the control of. Taking the control of. What they have taken control? Education. Responsibility of education. Which year means in 1813 AD. From the 1813 AD, they have taken the responsibility. C is the correct answer. Next question. So, what was one of the main reasons for the underdevelopment of elementary education in the early 19th century according to Wood's dispatch of 1854? What was the one of the main reasons for the underdevelopment? Keep in mind here, not developed, underdevelopment. Who has given this report? Wood's dispatch of in which year? 1854. Options: lack of qualified teachers and adoption of the upward filtration theory. Or B. Insufficient infrastructure and limited funds allocated for education. C. Downward filtration theory and limited funds for allocated limited funds allocated for education. D. Limited funds allocated for education and lack of governmental interest. So correct answer is C. Downward filtration theory. First thing, and limited funds were allotted to the education because based on students or based on population, funds were not developed. Means funds were not increased. So they were limited. So that is the reason our education system was in underdevelopment. This report who has given Wood's dispatch report. This is Wood's dispatch report in which was given in the 1854. Next question. In which year did Lord Curzon initiate the Indian University Commission? In which year did Lord Curzon? Here, Lord Curzon initiated the Indian University Commission. So it's a direct answer. Answer is 1902. Answer is 1902. Lord Curzon initiated the Indian University Commission. Next question. What significant action did Lord Curzon take in 1904 regarding education? Again, Lord Curzon only. He has taken one initiation regarding education. What is that? A. Initiated the Indian University Commission. B. Established new universities. C. Recruited teachers and released funds for Curzon elementary schools. And D. Implement a new curriculum. So here, what is the correct answer here? Means he recruited the teachers, first thing, and the next one is released the funds for elementary schools. Again, repeating the answer, Lord Curzon, he has taken one action regarding education. In which year? 1904. Keep in mind here, more questions are there. In 1904, Lord Curzon has taken action regarding what? Education. So what action he has taken? He has taken means he has recruited the teacher, first thing. And the second thing is what? He released the funds for elementary schools. So this is the answer. C is the correct answer. Next question. What was the purpose of appointing the Hattok Committee in 1929? So Hattab committee was appointed in 1929. So what was the purpose of this? A. To assess the state of investment firms, to evaluate the progress of elementary education, to investigate political corruption, D. To analyze the effectiveness of healthcare system. So simple answer here, to evaluate the progress or evaluate or to estimate also we can say, to estimate the progress of elementary education. So let us have a detailed explanation here. In 1911, what happened? Gopalakrishna Gokhale has raised the issue about the what is that compulsory education, compulsory primary education, compulsory primary education. Compulsory primary education means in Telugu, I am repeating again. In Telugu, నిర్బంధ ప్రాథమిక విద్య అంటారు. ఇన్ తెలుగులో నిర్బంధ ప్రాథమిక విద్య ఎప్పుడు 1911 బై గోఖలే. కంపల్సరీ ప్రైమరీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్. సో ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ he demanded for it, but it was not implemented. Anyhow, in 1921, there was a milestone for the primary education system. They have taken what is many steps regarding elementary education. So they have taken one plan and started implementation. But even though so that plans were failed, it was not success. So to analyze or to estimate the report, what is that in 1929? So what they did, they appointed one committee. So that committee name is Hatta Committee. So simple again, I am repeating. 1921, they have taken few steps to develop elementary education, even though it was not successful. To estimate the progress of elementary education or to estimate the failure of elementary education. So which committee was appointed? Hatta committee was appointed. So this is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Next question. What was one of the significant outcome of the introduction of the Provincial Act in 1937? In the 1930s, 1937, there was a what is a significant outcome introduced? What is that? A. Establishment of new universities. B. Preparation of plans for compulsory primary education. C. Implementation of teacher training program. D. Expansion of secondary education. So, what is the answer here? Means preparation of plans for compulsory primary education. In a 1937, Provincial Act was implemented. So, based on that, they wanted to make a plan. Means they prepared the plan. So, what kind of plans for the compulsory primary education they prepared? So, B is the correct answer. 12th question. What is the main objective of Article 350A of the Indian Constitution? Promoting multilingualism in school. B. Facilitating the teaching of foreign languages. C. Ensuring education is accessible to all citizens. D. Providing instruction in the mother tongue at the primary level. It's a direct answer. Providing instructions or teachings or teaching on. So to understand easily, to teach in the mother tongue at the primary level also we can call. So to teach in the mother tongue, this is also correct sentence, and providing instructions in the mother tongue at the primary levels also correct sentence. Right. D is the correct answer. Next question. What does Article 46 of the Indian Constitution? Right to education for all citizens, educational and financial assistance to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, and weaker sections. So here the correct answer is B. So keep in mind here Article 46. Article 46 says about two things. One is what? Education, and the second one is financial assistance. So about both things, two things it explains. To whom means SC. SC means scheduled caste. ST means scheduled tribes, and weaker sections. So for them, what we have to assist? Educational support and financial support. So who should give? Government should give. So instead of this, he can give one more sentence also. What is that? Marginalized. Marginalized also correct sentence. Or else directly he can give the what is that? Disadvantages. or disadvantage, sorry, that not weaker sections directly, we can say weaker sections also he can give sometimes in a sentence. Okay. Next question. 14th. In the primary education system proposed by the Indian Education Commission of 1882-83, how were the remaining years 6 to 8 years divided? So question is what here? In the primary education system in a 1882-83, what they did means, so they divided 6 to 8 years of education system, they divide into few phases. So how many phases they divided? The question about how many phases they divided into 3 phases, 2 phases, 4 phases, 5 phases. So these are all wrong answers. Correct answer is 2 phases. So first phase is 1 to 5 years. Second phase is 6 to 8 years. So this is the correct answer. In a 1882-83, Indian Education Commission divided into 2 phases. First one is 1 to 5 years. Second one is 6 to 8 years. Next question. What was the literacy rate in India in 1947? It's a direct answer, 14 percentage. 14 percentage. The literacy rate of India is only 14 percentage in 1947.